13 ways to make money in the metaverse. Everyone wants to make a little extra cash in today's turbulent economy. And while there are many side hustles to help pad your wallet, where can you find the competitive edge? How about in the latest digital space, whose possibilities for growth climb daily? That's right, we're talking about the metaverse. The metaverse, which is ever expanding, has plenty of untapped earning potential. To help you get a head start, we'll be going over 13 different ways to join the metaverse money-making revolution. Metaverse crypto tokens. To discuss generating income in the metaverse, we should briefly cover cryptocurrency. While this guide is not a detailed explanation of crypto, it is essential to note that cryptocurrencies and the metaverse are inherently linked. In fact, some metaverse platforms have their own crypto tokens that power their entire economy. The easiest way to get directly involved with making money tied to the metaverse may be to invest in tokens bound to the metaverse projects. Crypto is a fickle market. Metaverse popularity and success plays into this rise and fall. However, if you research and invest wisely, you could come out way ahead. You may have heard stories of pro gamers winning cash prizes for performing well in huge tournaments. While those platforms don't exist in the metaverse to the same grand scale, there are some more alternatives. Blockchain-based games, such as Axie Infinity, Pagaxi, and Thetan Arena, all revolve around virtual economies that reward players in various cryptocurrencies in exchange for their talent and time. Should you hone your skills sharp enough, you can start earning revenue all while having fun, creating VR game assets. With user bases growing, more games will need to be created to keep up with demand. This means additional game assets are required to supply users with content. Metaverse platforms like the Sandbox already offer users incentives for creating digital assets. Payment for creations happens via a cryptocurrency marketplace. Many of these creation tools are free, meaning you have no overhead cost. The opportunities are endless if you can learn how to make these highly valued items. Monetization of VR games. Having complete control of a game's design process means you dictate how the game is played and how you are paid. For example, you could launch a game on land parcel, which we'll touch on later. You own to collect crypto fees directly from players. Alternatively, you could create a game and then sell it to other users. Though experience with coding can be a plus, building a VR game doesn't necessarily require advanced technical knowledge. Metaverse platforms like the Sandbox have built-in free-to-use game marker tools that can take a lot of heavy lifting out of your design. So you can start now and learn as you go. Hosting metaverse events. Socialization has long been a selling point for virtual reality, especially in the era of social distancing. Prominent labels and artists have already noticed this and are taking advantage. Big-name celebrities like Snoop Dogg and Lil Nas X have partnered with metaverse platforms like the Sandbox to host private parties and concerts. These attractions will inevitably pull larger and larger swaths of fans. Whether you're hosting, coordinating, or managing ticket sales, there is income to be made in the metaverse events. Advertising, crowdsourcing, and sponsorships. Now that we know celebrities are making their way to the metaverse, it only makes sense that advertisers will follow. In fact, they already have. Several brands have already joined the metaverse. To name a few, Nike, Wendy's, Samsung, and Coca-Cola. This means all the usual brand partnership opportunities are alive and well in VR. For example, you could organize a virtual get-together with free participation, where sponsors pay you for audience outreach. Or you could use crowdfunding platforms like Patreon to get contributions from supporters of your work. Marketing is already a significant player in the metaverse, and it only has upwards to go. Freelance metaverse jobs. Every industry will likely have some metaverse equivalent on a long enough timeline. Just imagine the world we live in today. Retailers, service workers, interpreters, bankers. All these professions will have a metaverse variant. Why not act as a referee for users playing an interactive game? A tutor in an online classroom, or security personnel for a private social club? The idea of virtual labor and digital workforce may seem alien to us now, but as the metaverse becomes more integrated with our everyday lives, the necessity of such roles will become inevitable. Buying and selling land. Buying real-world property is considered one of the most powerful ways to grow your fortune. So it's no surprise that holding digital land can make you richer in the metaverse. But what is digital land and how do you get it? Metaverse real estate is essentially parcels of programmable pixels representing areas where people can engage in virtual activities. Using cryptocurrency, you can purchase deeds of ownership on metaverse platforms that offer land parcels. Once owned, there's no shortage of things to do, but simply holding the space until it appreciates in value and then selling to the highest bidder, flipping the land, is a valid strategy. With land parcels purportedly selling for millions, you don't even need to develop them to cash out. Renting and brokering land. Suppose you're looking to wait a bit longer until your land parcel's market price increases to turn a profit. In that case, we can look at real-life businesses to make the most of our land. You could leverage your real estate skills into brokering, offering advice to prospective buyers, or you can negotiate commissions between other buyers and sellers. You could even rent out your space to companies who wish to advertise on it. If you manage to grow land in a high-traffic area, you could arrange a generous rental fee. Developing and designing land. While companies will pay a handsome price for visibility on prominent pieces of land, with enough technical skill, you could cut out the middleman and collect that cash yourself. If you master your metaverse creation skills and can build engaging activities and locations. You could deploy games and attractions on your land parcels to charge for attendance. With complete control over the parcel's creative direction, you have tremendous freedom in maximizing its earning potential. And let us not forget about external design opportunities. You could be the next freelance metaverse architect getting paid to construct land parcels for clients. Land management. Companies with multiple properties need help overseeing their operations and future. When you factor in how quickly metaverse land parcels can be sold and explored, they have a pressing need for canny management. A real estate manager's duties revolve around the practical aspects of properties. They supervise the activity of the land owned by their clients, such as preparing financial statements, handling maintenance workers, and negotiating with vendors. They may also decide on rental income rates. Buying land in the metaverse is still a relatively new market, so becoming an authority on these matters early on can go a long way in procuring financial security. Travel and tourism. In a world where lockdowns and social distancing are the norms, travel is never guaranteed. So providing people with a much-needed escape is a unique niche in the metaverse sector. You could play a part in someone's globe-trotting journey across every continent. And because of the creative power of the metaverse, you could even transport others to places forwards or backwards in time to experience a different life. World designers are essential to crafting these wondrous adventures, while travel agents and tour guides will be needed to plan routes and lead users to exciting locales. Exclusive merchandise like souvenirs and costumes made to fit travel themes can be sold to digital nomads. You could also apply real-world talents to your travels by offering language classes in countries simulated in the metaverse. If you're into the idea of purchasing and developing land in the metaverse, consider making tourism a part of your business plan. Enter the NFT market. NFTs, non-fungible tokens, are cryptographic assets held on a blockchain that possess unique identification codes and metadata that distinguish them from one another. When you picture an NFT, you might immediately think of digital artworks like Bored Ape Yacht Club or CryptoPunks, but any 3D assets made in the universe can be considered NFTs. With some NFTs selling for millions, their transacting is integral to the hype surrounding the metaverse. So much so that some users even design art galleries and auction houses to display their purchases to showcase to potential buyers. And there you have it. 13 ways for anyone to get involved today, no matter their level or technical skill. It's important to remember that the Metaverse phenomenon is still reasonably new. Many people are just learning the tools now, and most Metaverse creation kits are often designed to be beginner-friendly. Don't let a lack of technological expertise hold you back. You might surprise yourself with what you can accomplish. And even if you don't wish to enter the development sphere, consider what real-world skills you already have and how can they be translated into the digital world. As the Metaverse evolves, so will the opportunities, and we've only just scratched the surface. We hope you've enjoyed learning with us today, and make sure you stay in tune with Upreal Digital. Until next time, be well, and see you in the Metaverse.